Welcome back to the world of Uno X, and today we have some big races coming up as we continue Season 2. And 4 victories already this season. Let's try and keep that rolling. So next up for the team we have the Illuminator in Saudi Arabia and Valenciana. That is where Jürgen Nordhagen will make his debut for the team. We'll be playing that one today, but we won't be playing the Illuminator on camera. And by the way, Gold will be going to Saudi Arabia. He does have that injury from the previous episode, but he can race with it, so he's going to do that. Anyway, let's focus on Valenciana. This is always an enjoyable early season stage race, and 4 stages really for the climbers and the punchers. Going to be interesting because there's no real massive queen stage, so maybe we'll have to see how we can gain time over those 4 stages, and then the sprint into Valencia on the final day. And it's been much anticipated. Today is the debut for Jürgen Nordhagen for Uno X. Cannot wait to see how his career goes for our team. We actually have a very strong team here though, with Leknesund, who could be our GC leader ahead of Nordhagen, Hulgaard and Magnus Kort. He could even lead us in the GC with Blicker here for the sprint on stage 5. And stage 1 looks perfect to me for Magnus Kort to get over these hills and sprint to victory. Anyway, Vlasov is the favourite and apparently the man to beat. And that is exactly what we wanted to see. A +3 day on Magnus Kort Nielsen. He's going to win today, I'm telling you now. So we are now on the Taberna climb. Marcus Hulgaard pacing pretty hard on the front. I don't want the likes of Gerben Tyson, a very good pure sprinter there at the finish line. I've noticed Dylan Groenewegen is here as well. We do not want him here at the finish line either. And it's Tyson and Groenewegen at the very back of the peloton. We are hammering it on the front with Jonas Abrahamsen. And there you go. Groenewegen is gone with Tyson in the group behind him as well. Let's go. So mission 1 today is complete. We have dropped the pure sprinters. Now we just need to deliver in the sprint. Here we go then. Everyone fighting for the wheel of Jonas Abrahamsen and Magnus Kort as we have some attacks into the final kilometre. Let's make sure we stay to the front but save something for the finish. Here come UAE Team Emirates. Here comes Abrahamsen. Now he can sprint to the line into the final 1.5 kilometres. We're blocked a little bit. Magnus Kort trying to come round though. Vlasov coming late, but Magnus Kort is going to hold off and win the first stage here in Valenciana. That stage could not have gone any better. Magnus Kort into the lead of the race. But before going any further, there is something I want to check out with our trainers. Some of you guys mentioned this in the comments of the previous episode, and as you can see, we have 3 trainers currently, 2 international and 1 legendary trainer, but Brian Romer has 14 riders, which means his effectiveness is currently very bad, and that's not what we're looking for. So we need to make a new hire. So I didn't really want a legendary trainer because they are so much more expensive, but there is only 1 Norwegian trainer with the modern style, and he is legendary. So Carl Axel Gill, welcome to the team. And now heading back to the squad page, you can see I have split our riders with the modern training style between Roma and Gill, so hopefully that eases their workload. And on the staff page, we do have most of our trainers with excellent and 1 of them with good effectiveness. So that's the best we're going to have for now. Anyway, on to stage 2, and it's an uphill finish today on a short, punchy climb. Vlasov is the favourite again, but let's see what we can do. I'm feeling confident. How nice it is to have a yellow jersey in the team, and Magnus Kort looking like a stunner today. But Truls Nordhagen is tempoing on the front right now because I've noticed the talented Pablo Torres up the road. I do not really want him in today's breakaway, but Nordhagen is going to struggle to close this gap. So you know what, let's try a different tactic and try and throw our best attacker into today's breakaway, Jonas Abrahamsen. And Abrahamsen flies past Torres and other riders from the breakaway, and now of course other teams are going to have to tempo. Torres trying to get back in, but we may as well try and challenge it for some KOM points here with Jonas Abrahamsen. We are just about, I think, going to win that sprint, and we're 4th place at the moment. Okay, next sprint for our man Jonas Abrahamsen on the wheel of Pablo Torres. Surely he can outsprint him, but we are going to get 2nd there, up to 2nd provisionally. So next KOM incoming. We're in a good position here, but we don't really have anything left, and we're not going to take this jersey today, unfortunately. And behind it's Intermarché and Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe trying to close the gap, which is now about 3 minutes as we enter the final classified climb before the finish. We're not too bothered about that intermediate, just trying to stay in position, and we don't really want to overextend here because there are better climbers in this group, as we've discovered. but I do think the breakaway have a decent chance here, and I'm going to stick with it and see if Abrahamsen can maybe steal a win. 12k to go. I think our way to do that is to sit up in this group. We don't really want to tempo ourselves anymore because, like I said, better climbers there and our leaders are behind. Still sitting on, and Pablo Torres could well be riding to a GC lead at this race, given his climbing prowess. So 3k to go. Pablo Torres does attack, and Abrahamsen's job is to try and follow the young Spaniard on this climb. It's going to be so difficult, but we have to try and stay in his wheel the entire way up and behind. We're trying to stay in position as well. So things come back together. I'm going to mark Pablo Torres with Abrahamsen as Aparicio, the Spanish rider, is going to ride away to stage victory. I don't believe it. We're going to stay on the wheel here of Pablo Torres the entire way up and try and come back behind. I do not believe this game of cat and mouse, and the Burgos Biache rider is going to go into the lead of the race as the breakaway are caught, including Abrahamsen and Pablo Torres. What a crazy finale. And Magnus Cort will come across the line for third place and some bonus seconds. Boy oh boy, what an interesting stage that was. We decided to cover the danger of Pablo Torres in that breakaway with Jonas Abrahamsen, and in the end we completely neutralised him. We do lose the lead of the race to Mario Aparicio of Burgos Biache. We're second now, so you could say a failure in some regard this stage, but surely this man cannot hold on for the win. Let's find out. I do think he will be able to hold on today though into Sagunto. It's a versatile sprint day for surely Magnus Cort victory number 2. I mean, I was talking up Magnus Cort, but looking at the race days, Erling Blikra on a +2 day, I reckon he can get over these climbs here and sprint for victory. Now approaching the El Gabi climb then, it does have some pretty ferocious percentages on it. So I do have Blikra here, and he is being supported by Marcus Houlegaard. Let's see if he can make it over. I mean, Gerben Tyson is dropped, another pure sprinter. Blikra right to the back of this group. Come on mates, you can do it. Get over this climb at the front group. And Marcus Houlegaard doing his best to pull his comrade over the climb at the front, and I think he's just about going to do it here. What a ride, Erling Blikra. We do have a few attackers we need to control now, but I'm sure we have the firepower to do it. Honestly, so proud of Blikra for getting over that climb. Grunewagen is dropped. Gerben Tyson dropped as well in this group, well behind. Yet the other pure sprinter, our man, is here. So 2.5k to go. Isaac Del Toro, the only rider really following us here into the final kilometres. Are we going to have some splits here? Let's make sure we don't, with Magnus Cort sprinting, Blikra sprinting, everyone sprinting for the line. Who's going to take it? It's surely going to be an Uno X 1-2. Our guys celebrate across the line, and it's Cort ahead of Blikra. What a stage. And Aparicio is dropped a little bit. Will he lose time here? Second win of the race for Magnus Cort, and crucially there were splits behind. Okay, so Aparicio loses 39 seconds. Leknesson was behind. Nordhagen lost 22 in the group of Vlasov, Del Toro. Nonetheless, Magnus Cort is definitely in the premier position with Mario Aparicio hanging on at the front. He is dominating the points jersey with Aparicio still in the lead of the KOM competition. Anyway, the Alula Tour has been taking place, of course, in Saudi Arabia. We haven't won a stage. Rauenschkold second on the opener was the closest we came, and then he lost time in the GC on stage 4. Brandon McNulty heads into the final stage with a slim lead. And Rauenschkold is the favourite for that stage. Let's see if he can do it. And no, he can't. Second place again behind Jordi Meus, a very good sprinter, to be fair, while Brandon McNulty wins the Alula Tour. The penultimate stage here though at Valenciana next, and it's the final GC day because the final stage in Valencia is a sprint stage. Anyway, I think we should probably focus on Magnus Cort's GC chances here, with João Almeida breathing down our necks. This is going to be an interesting one, with Mario Aparicio trying to hold on. Early doors then here on stage 4. I've tried to throw Jonas Abrahamsen into today's breakaway. I have noticed Jürgen Nordhagen on a lovely +3 day as well, Cort on a +1, so we're going to try and cause mayhem here. Burgos Biache not happy at all with the current breakaway. Abrahamsen no lead at all. I wanted him up the road as a satellite rider, but on these upcoming climbs, we do have some steep percentages, and I want to absolutely hammer it there. Here we go then. Abrahamsen is caught. Letnesund has come to the front. Him and Abrahamsen are absolutely going to fly up these next couple of climbs, and let's try and cause chaos early on in this stage. Andreas Letnesund putting the hurt on, and if we go to the back of the peloton, there are riders dropping all the time, including Isaac Del Toro. What a stage we are having already. So we've certainly taken this stage on, haven't we? 71 riders in this peloton, and we need Abrahamsen and Letnesund to continue on this kind of little valley section, and then we need to hammer it again on the Montmayor. The Montmayor has begun. It's the final categorized climb before the finish, and we need to make this difficult because I want Mario Aparicio to suffer here in the nicest way possible. Letnesund continues to make this difficult. Then we still have 60 riders though in this group. Anyway, I wonder if it's worth it. I wonder if it's worth a try. Let's go. Jürgen Nordhagen, 63k to go, is on the attack here at Valenciana. Now, of course, we need to hope and pray that Burgos Bianchi cannot catch our man, use all their domestiques and give up. And look at this. João Almeida himself feels the need to come to the front to try and close this gap. What a move, what a stage. Look at this, Pale Bilbao thinking about attack, João Almeida as well, and Magnus Cort Nielsen needs to be very aware here. Jürgen Nordhagen has these absolute stars panicking right now. Oh, we tried guys, but now Nordhagen is suffering, and 33k to go, he is caught. So Nordhagen slips into domestique mode, 10k to go, Hindley as well, tempoing very hard on the front, splits coming, and Aparicio is still here. Anyway, 5k to go, Nordhagen's work is now done, and Marcus Houlegaard can control on the front for Magnus Cort. Look at the tempo here, this is absurd. 3k to go, Aparicio is holding on against the odds. I can't believe it. 2k to go, we need this man to start suffering. Houlegaard bringing Cort to the front. He is going to go for the stage win here. 1.7k to go, let's go to 87. Houlegaard probably just get out the way, my friends. Cort up to 90, 92, leading himself out here. Can we maybe find a wheel? Not sure, only 800 meters left. It's a drag race all the way to the line here, and Magnus Cort up to 99, sprints for victory. No one else can even sprint behind, and Magnus Cort is going to win stage 4, but crucially, Aparicio holds on. So that makes it 3 stage wins out of 4 for Magnus Cort at this race, but Mario Aparicio holds on, and it's 21 second buffer, and the Burgos Bianchi man looks like he's going to win the Volta Valenciana basically from the breakaway. Abrahamsen also coming up to second place in the KOM jersey today, with Magnus Cort absolutely blowing everyone away in the points jersey. Here we go then, the final stage into Valencia, and it's a short one, 91 kilometers. Let's go for stage win 4 and maybe pull off a miracle in the GC. No breakaway then, the big team's controlling from the start here, it would seem, and my plan is to go absolutely ham on La Frontera and try and maybe drop some riders and hopefully Mario Aparicio. Here we go then, 48k to go. My guys are on the front and we're happy to use Abrahamsen, Letnesund and Jürgen Nordhagen today to tempo. Nordhagen on a +3 day. His hill and mountain stats are absurd. Let's try and lay the hammer down here and try and put the other teams under pressure. And even if this man can stay in, we hopefully can drop Dylan Groenewegen and Gerben Tyson. This climb is proving to be a bit of a beast, but unfortunately Aparicio is struggling, but I think he's going to hold on here. Nonetheless, we're trying everything. Jürgen Nordhagen giving everything. Letnesund as well. Magnus Cort to the front. Guys, tempo at an absurd speed right now, up to 92. Just tempo at 95 here, and we're causing all sorts of splits in this group, but Aparicio is able to respond. But there you are, the gap is closed, so no real point pressing on here. Let's drop our guys back into the group and set up a sprint. So Groenewegen not in a great position into the final 5k. Actually, he's alright surfing the wheels, but here goes Jonas Abrahamsen up to 95. Houlegaard is done for the day. Let's kick on. Abrahamsen, such a great lead out, and we have Magnus Cort as the final man for Blickra. Abrahamsen up to 99. We're dominating this lead out right now. 1.8k to go. Magnus Cort can go at 1.5. Here we go. Have I gone too early? Hopefully not. Blickra on the wheel of his teammate, sprints to the line. Cort and Blickra both going for victory. It's going to be very close here. A super close finish, and Pau Mikel steals it. with Blicker only second. That was a fun final stage, but we unfortunately just get pipped on the line by Pal Mikel. Very good rider for Kern Farmer, and 3 wins out of 5 at this race. It's obviously a great race, but I'm a bit gutted we lost the GC. And Mario Aparicio, we are going to have to keep an eye on this man throughout this save because he denied us a victory here. But we have one more early season stage race today, and I'm very much looking forward to this one. It is the Tour de la Provence, and that is mainly because Tobias Harlan Johannesson has been aiming to peak around this race, so let's see what's in store for us. An opening time trial will set the early GC, and then it is the 2 big GC days with some difficult hilly parcours, another pretty hilly one potentially for the sprinters on stage 4. And I'm also excited, guys, because we see the debut, the Uno X debut for Kasper Asgreen today. We have a strong team at this race with Johannes Kulsit, Anders is here, Widerberg on his fitness peak, Adney Holter, the winner of the Tour Down Under, alongside Magnus Cort Nielsen. We mean business here in France. Kasper Asgreen is the stage favourite to win his first day in Uno X colours. Let's see if he can do it. Magnus Cort looking mighty fine in that Danish champs jersey, and looking at the start list here, it's not the strongest on paper. I mean, Joe Blackmore, maybe Cepeda, Bruno Armorai, Godon. There are some good riders, but I really think we should be winning the GC. And talking of winning, Magnus Cort going for a bit of a negative split here, trying to take the provisional lead of the stage. 3 seconds off, and here he is. And he looks beautiful. Kasper Asgreen in the Uno X jersey. And I'm a bit surprised it's only a 0 race day, but he is 1 second up at the first splits. This could be touch and go. Come on, Kasper, all the way to the line. We've saved a little extra for the final kilometre push here. Up to 90 across the line. Have I pushed it too early? Kasper Asgreen takes the lead by 2 seconds. Let's go. And for Tobias, the final man on the start ramp, it's all about staying in touch here. But I have noticed Bruno Armorai, the big danger for the stage, is on course. Here comes Bruno Armorai then to the finish, hunting down Jefferson, Cepeda. Can Asgreen hold on? Yes, he can. And it looks like he's going to win the stage. Tobias, like I said, just trying to stay in touch here across the line, just about inside the top 20. And I think you have to say that is a dream stage, and Kasper Asgreen with his first win for the team, and hopefully the first of many. Stage 2 then, and it's all about the climbs today. We have 4 of the top 10 favourites on screen, including race leader Kasper Asgreen. So we need to work out how to play this on this punchy parkour. 5 riders up in today's breakaway then, and I have noticed the talented Tim Rex here for Visma dev team. Anyway, controlling on the front so far with Adney Holter. Asgreen on a -1, by the way, in one of the best looking leaders jerseys I've seen. That looks stunning, I have to say. Anyway, Tobias not on a great day either, so I wonder if we try to play things a bit defensive here. So I've just been controlling pretty much all day on the front with Holter and Widerberg. Anyway, the breakaway now of only 4 riders still have 3 minutes up the road, so we need to be aware of these guys. And now 27k to go. Luckily Israel are helping us now on the front, but 2 minutes 20 to that breakaway. Only 24k to go. Final 16k then, and we need to lay the hammer down on the Le Creds climb, and there's falls going on in the group. 1 minute 45 to now 3 riders at the front. Surely we can't let this happen again. We can't have the breakaway stealing another victory from us. Over the top then, lots of corners again helping the breakaway out, but we have lots of firepower here, and I'm hoping we can still bring them in. They're coming apart as well up the road with Tim Rex, the rider I circled from that breakaway, going away right now. And I don't believe it. He is going to go away and win this stage. We're going to sweep up the rest of the riders from the breakaway. And Tim Rex, 1 minute 22, luckily in the GC, so it doesn't look like he's a major threat. Anyway, 3k to go. We're just trying to close this gap as much as possible. The rest of our guys can probably sit up here with Tobias leading into the final couple of kilometers. 1 minute 20 is the gap to Tim Rex, and he is going to win the stage up the road, taking victory at the Tour de la Provence. But I think we are going to hold on to the GC lead. And Asgreen getting second on the stage as well. First, Mario Aparicio, and now Tim Rex. We are guessing ruined from the breakaway so far in today's episode. Anyway, luckily, Rex isn't in the lead of the race. We hold that with Kasper Asgreen, but he does bring himself right back into contention. And all in all, I have to say a pretty good day for us, because only 25 riders in that chasing group with lots of other potential GC threats losing time today. So we now have plenty of riders to the fore in the GC. Anyway, this is our big chance now in the GC. Of course, we hold the lead already, but we have 3 of the 4 stage favourites today in Johannesson, Magnus Cort and Casper Asgreen. So the tactic is, if Asgreen can survive, great. If Magnus Cort can survive, great. But Tobias is our leader today. He is going to attack whilst Asgreen and Cort can follow the wheels. So let's try and make this difficult on every single one of these climbs. And would you believe it? Now Anders has punctured as well, and I don't think he's going to get back in, which is pretty frustrating because he is going to be a crucial helper for us here today. Here we go then, penultimate climb of the day. Still 2 minutes to that breakaway, but just 7 riders there. I think we have them under control this time. Johannes Kolset now is on the front and he is making this as difficult as possible. Tobias is chilling at this tempo though. Here we go then, the final La Brula climb before we head onto the circuits. Paul Ricard is beginning. Breakaway are in our sights. Magnus Cort, he is going to look after Casper Asgreen today. He is going to try and follow everyone while we're going to try and be offensive with Tobias. Here we go then, Johannes Kolset on the climb. Neerland setting a really difficult tempo, and I think the moment is coming shortly. Asgreen and Cort Nielsen just trying to survive. Kolset accelerates, and here goes Tobias Holland Johannesson with a huge attack here at the Tour de la Provence, and no one can follow for now. This is perfect. Couldn't be more perfect, to be fair. Look at everyone trying to catch up with Tobias Holland Johannesson. I think he's going to be caught here. Let's just go 99 all the way to the line. Still 8k to go. The attack isn't going to come off, I think, and we're going to be sprinting with Asgreen or Cort. 4.5k to go. Tobias is giving everything to hold on. Kolset coming to the front. Russo and Blackmore are on the attack here. We need to make sure we neutralise that without, of course, bringing in Tobias ourselves. Asgreen potentially going to sprint here, and Tobias is still holding on. We still have Cort, of course, in this group, and still it's Russo on the front. Kolset here. Asgreen is going to launch the sprint, I think, at 1.5, and Cort is going to sprint, but can Tobias hold on? 3 of our riders all going for victory. Tobias surely deserves it here, and it is going to be Tobias Holland Johannesson with a superb win here at the Tour de la Provence. And Asgreen and Cort make it a 1, 2, 3. Let's go. What a performance from our Vikings. There are 5 French riders in our wake, with us filling up the podium. You love to see it. Asgreen extends his lead as well in the GC. Magnus Cort, though, is 1 second away from 2nd place, so can we maybe make it a 1-2 in the GC as well? And to do that on the final stage, I think Cort should be our leader today while protecting Asgreen for the GC. Let's see if we can make this a sprint. Sadly though, it is a -2 day for Magnus Cort. I think we'll have to sprint with him anyway, but Tobias, he borrows that jersey as we see a full in the pack. Luckily, none of our riders going down. That's Coquart and Bouchard, but Tobias, he wears the points jersey. He's wearing that on behalf of Casper Asgreen. And with just 2 riders up the road in today's breakaway, this should be much simpler to control. 12k to go then, and this is going to be a pretty baseline sprint. Brian Coquart, though, looking pretty good with his Cofidis riders. Paul Pennuet as well. I think they are our main 2 rivals. Anyway, I want to try and get a top 3 place with Magnus Cort so we can secure that 1-2 in the GC. Jeffrey Bouchard trying to attack away. That is going to be to no use. My man Tobias, by the way, on the wheel of Paul Pennuet for now as we sweep to the finish. Just 3k to go. Cofidis on a big lead out here. Casper Asgreen going to try and lead out his teammate here rather than going for himself. It's Magnus Cort trying to stay on the wheel of Casper Asgreen. It's a wonderful, wonderful lead out, but it's not going to be a victory. It's not going to be enough, and it's not going to be a top 3 place. Unfortunately for us, only 6th place at the line. But hey, you can't win them all, can you? And we have dominated the Tour de la Provence with 2 stage victories on stage 3 and stage 1. We were denied by Tim Rex from the breakaway on stage 2, and we win the GC, of course, with Casper Asgreen by a comfortable 14 seconds in the end. And honestly, what a way to start his Uno X career. The classics are coming, guys. We win the points jersey, 1, 2, 3 that. We don't compete in the mountains, and we take home the team classification as well. But you know what? I think we have time for one more race in today's episode. So let's play the Clásica de Almeria. Christophe Laporte, the favourite. Jordi Meus, we know how quick he is, but our guy, Alex Christophe, going for his first win in that European Champions jersey. So the tactics today, just control on the front. Carl Frederick Bevel is the man currently doing that. I have noticed a pretty big breakaway and under 23 time trial champ Ivan Romeo up the road. Don't want to allow him too much room in the finale, so we'll keep him in check. 37k to go then. Bevor has withdrawn because he did too much work and dropped early. Didn't want him riding to the finish on his own. And we do have a pretty sizable split here, and 71 riders, including the likes of Case Bowl, are caught behind. Nicolas Bayern's sighting. He is on the attack, the big man for Visma. Surely not going to work in this race, my man, but I'm keen to see how he does in this career. And look at this, the group behind completely give up. It's down to a group of 50 at the front. But this is turning into not quite the Sprinters Classic I expected. Christophe Laporte now, Ballerini, some very good riders are on the attack. All right, into the final 5k. I've noticed Mayos is here. Jackson Demar is here for Arkea Samsic. And I think Laporte's a little further back for now. Anyway, Urianstad try and come to the front. We have 3 riders, and it seems Bora and Arkea have 2. Urianstad maybe a little early, up to 95. Anyway, it's Gudmestad's turn now. Into probably the final corner. He sprints Urianstad up to 99 with Gudmestad. Mayos to our left. Here goes Gudmestad, and Christophe has the dream lead out here. Christophe Laporte coming late though, and we're going to try and hold him off, but no, it's Christophe of the wrong kind winning today. Christophe Laporte wins, and we get 3rd place. To be honest, I'm really proud of the team there, but Christophe Laporte showed his class. I mean, look at those attributes, guys. Christophe gets 3rd place on the day for us. Still waiting for that first win of the season. I mean, he's been pretty consistent. 4th, 3rd and 3rd so far, but let's try and climb that podium, my man. And I've gone forward a couple of days so we can update the rankings, and we still hold 1st place in the team rankings. UAE though, they are coming, aren't they? And we still hold the lead in victories as well, but this is getting close. Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe with 8 already, and it seems that's from them winning 4 out of 5 stages at the Alula Tour. Anyway, we still boast a better tally, and I'm buzzing with how we started the year, guys, because 4 different riders with victories, and the races we're riding, we really seem to be dominating lately. Anyway, that's all for today's episode, guys. Really hope you enjoyed it. As always, hit like down below if you did. Hit subscribe as well if you're new to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.